Hi, hello, namaste. Welcome back to Needs of Children. We are discussing about 9th standard English medium social science geography chapter number 3 continued part of climate, soil, natural vegetation and animals of Karnataka. In the previous session, we get the information about soils of Karnataka. In that, we get the information about types of soils like red soil, black soil, laterite soil and coastal alluvial soil. Let's come to in this session, we are going to get natural vegetation and animals of Karnataka. Natural vegetation. So before we are going to get the types of natural vegetation, we will going to get what is the concept of natural vegetation. The various kinds of plants and trees growing naturally are referred to as natural vegetation. Karnataka has a rich diversity of plant species. The plant species play a very important role in the preserving the ecological balance. So the trees provide timber, firewood, raw materials for industries, medicinal herbs, honey, bamboo, cane, etc. are very important benefits we are getting from the forests. And the forests being the habitat of wild animals, home for the wild animals, we can see tiger, lion, cheetahs, wild buffaloes, elephants, deer and peacocks in the forests of Karnataka. So these are the very important animals which are found in the forests of Karnataka. These forests are also places of entertainment and tourism spots. They help to control environmental pollution. So these are some of the benefits we are going to get it from the forests. Even sandalwood is a special tree grown in the forests of Karnataka. With sandalwood, manufacturing things like perfume, objects with intricate carvings, soap and medicines are manufactured from the sandalwood. Even they are very popular all over the world and hence not only supplied to the other parts of our India, even it is also exported to foreign countries. So this is the reason Karnataka is known as the land of sandalwood. So this is about the sandalwood as well as the introduction for the natural vegetation. Let's come to the types of natural vegetation. Natural vegetation of Karnataka has been classified on the basis of rainfall, relief features and type of soil. They are mainly evergreen forests, deciduous forests, mixed forests and grasslands and shrubs are the types of natural vegetation. Let's come to the one by one we are going to get the information. Among that, the first one, evergreen forests. Usually the evergreen forests found the areas which are receiving more than 250 centimeters rainfall annually have evergreen forests. On account of heavy rainfall and high temperature, the trees grow very tall and dense. These forests being dense are impenetrable. Impenetrable, the sun rays they cannot be passed through. The sunlight does not reach the ground at all. So in this forest, different types of tall trees like rosewood, mahogany, kino, teak, dhupa and hebbalasu grow in the evergreen forests. At the base of these trees, there will be a thick shrubs will grow, and even different types of spices like cinnamon, cardamom, cloves and medicinal herbs grow in abundance in the evergreen forests. So usually this kind of forests can be seen in the parts of Uttara Kannada, Dakshina Kannada, Shivamogga, Hasan, Chikmagaluru, Chamarajanagar and Kodagu districts are plenty of evergreen forests. So this is about the information evergreen forests. Let's come to the second one, deciduous forests. The concept of deciduous forests. After the winter season, due to lack of moisture in the soil, the trees shed their leaves. The leaves reappear during spring season. That is the reason they are called as deciduous forests. This kind of forests can be seen in the areas receiving 60 to 120 centimeters of rainfall annually, where the areas which are receiving 60 to 120 centimeters of annual rainfall, in those areas we can find out the deciduous forests. This kind of forests can be seen in Chikmagaluru, Mysuru, Chamarajanagar, eastern parts of Hasan, Tumakuru, Chikkaballapur, southern parts of Kolar, Mandya, Ramanagar and Bengaluru district. In these forests, teak, kino, mahogany, neem, mango, jock, flame, cocoa, banyan, sandal and bamboo are grown in plenty, and these forests are not dense like evergreen forests. So this is about deciduous forests. Let's come to the third one, mixed forests. So mixed forests are growing both evergreen as well as deciduous trees together form the mixed forests. Areas which are receiving 120 to 150 centimeters annual rainfall have mixed forests. So this kind of mixed forests are found in Udupi, some parts of Uttara Kannada, Dakshina Kannada, eastern parts of Kodagu, Chikmagaluru, Hasan and Mysuru districts are have mixed forests. In these forests, teak, kino, mahogany, axle, sandal, jock and bamboo are grown in abundance. And even so, these trees have commercial value also. So this is the information about the mixed forests. Let's come to the fourth one, grasslands and shrubs. The areas which are receiving less than 60 centimeter annual rainfall, they have grasslands and shrubs. Due to the scanty rain and dry weather, there is a short grass, thorny shrubs and scrub vegetation will grow in this vegetation. Example like cactus, acacias, bubble, bela, palm trees, hanchi, kunti grass are the important vegetations will grow in this grasslands and shrubs. Occasionally banyan, neem, peepal tree, palas trees are grown here and there. So this type of vegetation is found in Bidar, Kalaburgi, Yadgir, Raichur, Koppal, Vijayapura, Ballari, Chitradurga and other areas have grasslands and shrubs. So this is about grasslands and shrubs. So apart from these vegetations, there will be a type of vegetation or trees or forests called as mangrove forests. Like there will be a deltas and estuaries, and beaches in coastal areas have a peculiar type of vegetation that has aerial roots. So you can identify the aerial roots for the trees and can be grow in salty waters. Where the salty water is found, in those areas there will be a trees are growing with aerial roots. Such kind of vegetation we used to be called as mangrove forests. So this type of vegetation is very limited in our Karnataka. And the next one called as Shola forests. Areas which are more than 1400 meters above the sea level have cool climate. For example, Kudremukh, Baba Budangiri, Biligiri Rangana Betta and Brahmagiri in Kodagu district, they have grassy slopes and the deep valleys with streams and rills, etc. They have Shola forests as the distinct of we are identifying Shola forests. So these are along with the four natural vegetations, there will be a mangrove forests and Shola forests. So let's come to the about the concept of distribution of forests. The recorded forest area in Karnataka state is 43.4 lakh square kilometers. This forms 22.6% of the total geographical area, whereas Karnataka occupies in the 7th place in forest resource in the country. So comes to the part of distribution of forests. Among that, Uttara Kannada district has the maximum forest area. Next, it are Shivamogga and Chamarajanagara districts. After Uttara Kannada, followed by Shivamogga and Chamarajanagar district. Whereas Vijayapura district has the least forest area. So this is about the distribution of forests. So let's come to the about animal resources. Related to animal resources of Karnataka has a variety of animal resources. Majorly, the main reason for this, the abundant forest land. The Sahyadris rank among the hot spots of the world for the biodiversity, the variety of flora and fauna. Recently, they have been declared as World Heritage Area. The Sahyadris recorded as the World Heritage Area. Nearly 25% of the animal population and 10% of the tiger population in the entire country, it is found in our Karnataka state. So different animal populations, like in addition to this, there are other types of wild animals too. For example, leopards, boar, bison, stag, deer, bear, porcupine, etc. are the different variety of animals will found. Along with this, a variety of snakes and colorful birds can also be seen in the forests of Karnataka. The central part of Western Ghats in Karnataka is called Malnad and has retained its natural biodiverse heritage. Some of the areas which are forest and natural beauty in our Karnataka, that is Malnad and Western Ghats. Western Ghats in Malnad region. As such, other areas has a rich variety of animal resources. The important forest areas of our Karnataka having wildlife are like coastal region comprising of Uttara Kannada and Belagavi. Sahyadris, Malnad range, example like Baba Budangiri range, Biligiri Rangana hills, Malay Mahadeshwara hills, Gopalaswamy hills, etc. in the southern Maidan. So you can identify in the map Ranebennuru is the main animal sanctuary in the Northern Maidan. So Ranebennuru is the animal sanctuary found in Northern Maidan. So now Karnataka has 5 national parks, 4 bird sanctuaries and about 17 wildlife sanctuaries we are going to be identified. So there are 5 tiger projects in Karnataka: Bhadra, Nagarahole, Dandeli, Anshi and Biligiri Ranganabetta. And there will be a famous 4 birds sanctuary in Karnataka. The famous bird sanctuary of Karnataka is called as Ranganatittu. So this is about animal resources. So till now we are discussed about the natural vegetation, animal resources of Karnataka. I hope you have understood the concept till now what we are discussed. In case of if you are having any doubts related to till now what we are discussed as well as the entire lesson, please comment in the comment box. I will solve your doubts and I will come back with the next video. Until, keep watching my channel. Thank you. See you in the next session. Bye bye. Take care.